Hi everyone, this is Rebecca from Rainbow Stitches Studio by Rebecca, and I wanted to do a little demonstration on how you make the quilt books that I make or fabric books. So I'm going to go ahead and do a demonstration on a panel that I have. This is a 9 square panel that we're going to be using for this example. What I did is I ironed the fabric first because it came folded when it was sent to me, and I added this is just a flannel that I'm going to use as my liner. I'm not going to use any of the fleece lining that you use for a quilt because I don't want my book to be too thick. So that's what I'm going to do. So first of all, I want to go ahead and start cutting the edges. And over here I have an indicator of the cut line and a fold line. So right here is a cut line. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting there. And then there is another cut line right here. This is going to be my book hinge, and you'll learn a little bit about it the further I get along in the process, okay? So this can go away. I'm going to now cut across here. This is a dashed line, so that is going to be my next cut. And this, yes, I do realize the whole thing is going to be cut off because I tried doing it so you can like fold the book, but I just couldn't get it to work. So I just decided to make it a hinge that you could sew on and put your book together that way. Okay, so I've cut all the way across. And then the next one is from here to here. So I'll turn it around and I'm going to cut up to this fold line. And actually, you know what I'm going to do is the edge of the book is the end of that line. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this part off. And then I will follow that fold line. Okay? So here is the the cut line. The light gray is the fold line. Cut it to about right there. Okay, so this is the first page of your book. And so I don't have my iron ready, but what I would like to do is I would like to start folding the book so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And you could see why this is upside down. So you fold it like this. You're going to kind of accordion fold. This edge will probably need to be cut off. And then you turn it around and you fold it again like this. Okay, so here is the first part of your book. You've got the cover. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got something hanging here. Let me get that off. Okay, so then let's go ahead and cut this. And again, I'm going to need to show, it's good that I'm doing this online with you guys so I can kind of see where maybe I need to add a line here to show the end. So this is a fold line, so don't cut that, but you need to cut the edge. Okay. Maybe if you have one of those rolling scissors, what are they called? The circle kind. I don't know what they're called. It might be a little bit better to do this with the rolling scissors or circle scissors, whatever they're called. Okay, go all the way to the end. That part is cut off. And then right about there. Okay. So this book hinge is going to go underneath here. And when you finish sewing your book, you can sew this end on, and then we'll go ahead and fold the pages. And you've got your completed book. It's just that easy. Okay, I'm going to flip through all the pages. This is where the other one joins in. You could sew a border around it to kind of hide the hinge. Sew it together. And there you go. See, this is the reason why I used the flannel. Because your book, you know, you still give your book a little bit of strength, but it makes, it doesn't make the book so thick. And I'll show you an example of another book that I have. This one is a small version. This one is different. This is a 9 panel. This one is actually 20 panels. And I don't have a copy of this. They made a mistake when I ordered it. So I will show you what it looks like just on an 11 by 17 piece of paper. It is very similar to what we just did. You're going to cut it in half, and these are 2 sections that you will join together with the sew flap. So I will do that, but I'll show you. It's a smaller book, but this is these are Shoshinko hearts, and so they're all different Shoshinko stitches, and I used rainbow thread to create it. I just love the look of rainbow thread, what it does to your books. It just looks completely adorable. Over here you could see where the 2 pages were, where the 2 parts of the book were joined together. Now I'm going to kind of show you how I did it on a piece of paper. It's very similar to the fabric that we just did. It's just going to have an entire additional row of quilt hearts. So let's go ahead and do it with, oh, I need to use my paper scissors. I almost made a boo-boo there. Okay, so in your fabric, you're going to cut the end off, just like I'm doing here. And then this is the sew flap. So we're just pretending that this is fabric, just so I could show you how to assemble this book. Over here, where the lines end, is the edge of the fabric or paper. I'm sorry, this is getting way crooked here. Okay, we'll cut that part off. And then this is the edge. This will also be cut off. So the previous book was 9 panels, and this is 20. So there's a lot more fabric panels here. And the book is smaller, as you could see the differences. But I'll be creating more books, and this style of book will be the same. So this instruction will work for some of the other books that I'm creating. Also, embroidery books. I did a new Shoshinko cats. So again, this gets cut to there. And then it gets accordion folded. Okay, I'll stop right there. This is part 1 of the book. Here is the other part. Didn't mean to cut that. That's wrong. I need to cut this part. I was talking and not paying attention. Okay, so to there. So we'll go ahead and start folding the book. We'll be doing the same thing, like I said, with fabric. Folding it and folding it. And of course, this would be much better done with your iron. Okay, and then it gets folded to the back, just like that. And you keep folding your book. This will be, again, done with fabric. When you order this book, I'm selling it on Spoonflower. When you order it, you need to just order a fat quarter because this was specifically designed to fit on a fat quarter. Oh, I gotta start here. So this is my sew flap right here, and it will get, if you fold it, oh, I can't get it here. It will get, it just fits right into there, just like that. Gets folded in. And the rest of the book, for now, I'm just going to not put the flap in until I'm done folding all my squares. Sorry about my clock. It's just a musical clock that plays music on the hour, so you can hear it in the background. Otherwise, the house is quiet. Okay. And this is just a neat way to put all of your designs into one cute little book that you can carry around. Hold on. Like I said, you'll be doing all of this with the iron. Okay, so here's the other part of the book. And where's my flap? Flap got folded under. It's gonna get sewn in here. I have some pre-dotted edges that you can stitch around and stitch the pages together. I'll explain that a little bit more with a fabric book. But this is kind of what your book will turn out to be in the end. Here is, of course, the actual size of the book as compared to the 9-panel book. Slightly smaller. But you get all of your pages. So when you're assembling the book, you sew 2 pages together at a time. 2 pages, 2 pages. You sew them together. Oh, it's gonna hold on like I did in this book. You've got the 2 pages sewed together, 2 pages, 2, and so on throughout the whole book. Where you hinge, where you get the hinge, that is why I have the border to help adhere the hinge. And it gives it a little bit of thickness, but it works really well. Now, before you cut the book up, or before you cut the fabric book up, if you wanted to go ahead and use a hoop to start embroidering on your book, oops, it's upside down. You know, you can sew these squares, you can sew the perimeter, but over here you're gonna sew these 2 pages together. You're going to sew these 2 pages together around the perimeter. You're going to sew these 2 pages and the hinge. Here's another 2. You're gonna sew together and sew together. So there you go. That is how you assemble the book. Now, one of my newest designs that I was talking about earlier was my cat Shashinko page. It's kind of hard to see. The designs appear really light, but they'll be darker on the fabric. So I'll be showing this once I get the fabric panel for this. I'll be doing a demonstration of it as well. But that is it. If you have any questions about what I did or don't understand something, please let me know. And one of the things that you could do, see, when I did this Shashinko book, is I actually just cut the whole book out like this. And I started sewing in it. And then the very last step was putting the pages together, of course, because if you put your pages together, then you can't sew each side. So you got to kind of leave it apart, sew on this one, embroider on this one. You know, you got to take the whole book apart and sew whatever you want to sew. And then as a final step, you sew your pages together. This is where I say if you want to go ahead and leave it uncut and put it on an embroidery hoop so you can have these in a hoop and be able to sew and stitch on them as you want. So the choice is yours. This is how I did mine. I didn't do it. I actually went ahead and put my book together like I'm doing here, and then I started sewing on it, just on my little squares. It was something that I took on a trip with me, a road trip from here to New Mexico, and I just sewed in the car and then on the airplane on the way home. So there you go. Again, please let me know if you have any questions, but I'm excited to see some of the creations that you make. Please share. I really want to see what you're doing. Again, thanks so much for being one of my customers. I really appreciate the business, and have a good day. Bye, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and end on this as Rainbow Stitches Studio by Rebecca Swayze.